How's it going, YouTube world? My name is Hype Life, again with another video. To my kings and queens that are out there, stay good, stay real, be hype. I'm going over a PewDiePie video today. PewDiePie, everybody's like, oh, PewDiePie this, PewDiePie that. Oh, yeah, I know he's got a lot of subscribers, but there's a reason why he has like as many as he does. And recently I remember watching him when I was younger, and I maybe watched a few videos. They didn't interest me too much, but now that he's grown up, they've really interested me and actually speak to me on a very different level. But I am going to be reviewing his video today, and of how to become a YouTuber, and I'll give you my share opinions on what I think. So let's get into this.
Hey, how's it going, my bros and sisters? I don't know how many hey, video on how to get started on YouTube. Can you give me some tips? Hey, how's it going, my bros and sisters? My name is PewDiePie. Today I'm going to make a video on how to get started on YouTube. I've been asked to make this video I don't know how many times. I get this question all the time.
No one's asked me to make a video, so I'm just throwing it out there for my personal self, and it probably will make sense, probably won't. Depends on who you think you might be, or whatever. My opinion, you'll find out.
Can you give me some tips on how to get started? I think what I always just say is keep working hard, and I'm sure you will succeed. But I thought not today. I wanted to actually give something more constructive, some more help than just that. I've been doing a lot of streams lately, and everyone is keep asking me, how do I get started? What kind of tips do you have? And I thought, okay, fine, I'll make it. Okay, I thought about making this video before many times, but I just feel like, who am I to tell you how to? It's not like I know all the answers, and I really think everyone has a different answer to the question on how to grow on YouTube. So just take this as from my own perspective. Also know that
I think what my perspective is actually getting to know myself more, seeing what I do, and recording live to where I could show my children and my children's children type deal. Like, this is, I mean, I was late to the game, but I still got in here, and I still am doing it. I'm being as fierce as a wolf. That's the meaning of my last name. If you know, if we're related, or if you have the same last name that has that same meaning, let me know. Drop it down in the comments.
I don't know everything, and just because I say something doesn't mean it's the rule of thumb, you know. That's not the case. Couldn't be further from it. And I started YouTube 7 years ago, so obviously things are different now. This video probably won't be relevant for most people watching, but maybe it will be interesting. I don't know. Here we go. First of all, I want to start on the equipment, because I think this is where most people fail right away. I see so many people get really angry about this one because they bought all this expensive equipment, and they come to me like, where are the subscribers? Where are all the views? I spent all this money on all this.
Now, I don't think it's all about the equipment. I mean, I think the most important thing is having a laptop or computer that will actually run decently. Like the one I have, I've spent like maybe $300, and that might be expensive for some people, but I mean, it's something that you got to work up for to get and want to get.
Equipment. I always say, don't spend money on equipment. It doesn't have to be expensive at all. And I think a lot of people wait with starting videos because they don't have all the equipment. I think it takes practice to make.
Now, I've had this equipment for a while. I just didn't have too much confidence going in, because like I said in my other videos, I truly didn't know who I was. I felt like, and that's what prohibited me from actually doing YouTube or anything, getting myself out there, because I didn't want to put the wrong self out into the YouTube world. So I feel like as I matured, I was able to come to a decision of doing these kind of videos, or videos like these and others along the way, because I do plan on doing like vlogs and stuff on the outside of my room.
Make videos, and I think it doesn't hurt to get started with what you have. I didn't have a webcam when I started. I legit used this microphone, which I accidentally broke. That's my first microphone on the Razer headphones, and it was fine. It really was. It definitely doesn't hurt to have nice quality, don't get me wrong, but it's not automatically going to make you get subscribers. I'm going to link what I think is a good sort of budget startup, in case you're curious of what sort of equipment I would recommend.
Now, the only thing, like I said, I would recommend is probably investing most of your money in a PC or a laptop. And because I'm recording this, I'm using my 2014 television, so it's not like you need a great monitor. It's not like you need a great microphone, even though my microphone probably is the most expensive thing out of my whole setup. But I believe it depends on what you want to see in your videos, whether it be frame rates or you want something very smooth like mine. I know my computer's not the smoothest in the world. Maybe you want a better video, you want the best video quality. Maybe you're a visual person, so you want your audience to understand, like, oh, I like the visuals more than I do the audio. But I believe I have more of an audio, even though I don't have the best microphone. I think it's a good microphone because I did a lot of research on what microphone's the best, what webcam to get. And I mean, if y'all want to know, I'll link it in the description. I mean, I'll probably do it anyway, so I'm learning. So that's also another reason why I like doing YouTube videos, is because I'm learning something new. It's like a new hobby. And but we'll get more into the video, and I'll explain later.
If you want to start making my type of videos, and I'll also link my equipment in case you're curious what exactly it is I use. Stand out. Personally, I'm very much drawn to different things that people do. If I notice a channel doing something I haven't seen before, I'm automatically more drawn to that thing. And I think it was the same thing for me. When I started making videos, I did what everyone else was doing. I did Call of Duty videos because that's what was popular at the time. But that's what made me want to start making YouTube videos, because I loved watching it on YouTube, and it was really popular back then. And I enjoyed making those type of videos, but my channel didn't grow from it at all. I had like, what, a couple hundred people watching me. And I remember when other YouTubers referred themselves to as, oh, I only had a couple hundred back then. I'm like, nah, but 100. I'm so fucking proud of these 100 people that I have. Shut the fuck up. And I also remember watching all these bigger YouTubers doing the same Call of Duty videos, and I'm like, these guys are fucking terrible. I'm way better than these guys. Why is my channel not growing more? But
now, I do want to say something about this, like the mindset that you need to have when making these videos. Because I'm starting out with, now I have 5 subscribers. And I love them all. Thank you so much for whoever watches my videos. And I'll give you a shout out on the next video if you comment on this video. I gotta remember that. But I believe you shouldn't look at someone's success to your successes, because you're just now starting. It's like comparing a 5-year-old kid to Kobe Bryant. I mean, there are probably some great 5-year-old athletes that just have, that are prodigies, but you don't need to look at those successes. You gotta grow yourself and become better, because sometimes with great things take longer times. So it's just like cooking a casserole. You don't just pop it in the microwave and be done with it. No, you spend the time, you cook your food and make it the way you want to. So it's just all about the process of going through and staying confident throughout the whole time.
that's the thing. The big ones have already settled in. You know, you're not gonna. It's gonna be hard as hell. you have an uphill battle. And it wasn't until I started doing something different, something that hadn't been done before, like the horror videos, that's when I started to get an audience that really cared about the content that I was making, and it was so clear. And I really see it myself when I discover new YouTubers. It's always something different. They have something different. What was it Dr. Dre said? It's easy to make it to the top, but it's twice as hard to stay there. You see people on YouTube come and go all the time. I don't want to throw any names out there, but you know what I mean. Like, there's a ton of YouTubers that everyone used to watch, and it got so much attention, but they just didn't have what it takes to keep their audience. A lot of people sort of get boosted from the algorithm of YouTube. Basically, YouTube recommends certain type of videos that fit what they want to promote. Maybe it's really long videos. Maybe it's videos that get a lot of likes and a lot of this and that. And there's always people that abuse the algorithm. It's been since I started on YouTube, and it's still going on. It's just a thing that I don't think will ever end. And it's really unfair because a lot of YouTubers get really big really fast because of it. But basically, they go away equally fast. If you don't have something to maintain your audience with, something more than your shtick of
Now, you see, right now I'm having a hard time like learning this process, but it's something I'm very interested in and that I believe I can succeed in. So that's just a time that'll come to find out.
Algorithm happy, then your lifespan on YouTube is going to be short. That's just how it is. So I'm not really too bothered by it.
But I also believe if your lifespan is going to be short, that shows that you gave up and you didn't continue to try. But I mean, I'm just now starting out, so I can't really have too much of an opinion. Maybe this time next year I can do a review video on how to get started on YouTube, and see what my thoughts are now. Maybe I'm even better at speaking. So something to look forward to.
About any of it, I just don't want you, if you want to grow your channel, to be obsessed about the algorithm, because that shouldn't be the #1 priority. I personally never try to abuse the algorithm or some shit like that. Honestly, I had no idea what I was doing.
Now, when it comes to the algorithm, I think we get caught up, or there's people that get caught up in it. I think we've all seen it on TikTok, where now everybody knows, like, oh, there's an algorithm, there's a way to get these views. You just got to do this, this, and this. So you'll see people post like 3-4 videos a day, maybe even 24 videos a day, and whether they be the same video or it's just a way to get views. And he's going to explain like how the YouTube algorithm kind of works, and it's interesting, but at the same time, don't get caught up in it. Do these videos because you want to, because you love to make them, and like for my reasons, like I really want to make these to watch myself grow and learn and be more comfortable with public speaking and talking. I'm not really talking to anybody throughout a day, so I want to take this advantage of like talking to y'all and being here on YouTube, making it to a bigger audience and a more, I guess you would say, reliable audience. So let's continue this video.
Literally, I discovered that 10 minutes videos like a year ago. It's been remember the reply girls, you know? They were so fucking popular. They got so many views because the algorithm promoted their videos in the sidebar all the time. But it's not like anyone is still watching them. Like, oh, I wonder what this boob girl is saying now about this, you know? What I'm getting with this is you need a personality. People will find your video, but they're not gonna stay unless they care about you as a person. I think YouTube is all about personality. At least that's how I see it. And anyone I watch on YouTube, I watch because I care about their personality. I care about them more than just their content, but also who they are as a person. And that's why I enjoy watching them, and that's why I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy it because it's different than television. You're not just watching.
Yeah, you get a whole vast varieties amount of people. You got people that are like me trying to start up, awkward. You got people that know how to make movie type scenes and make it look very very realistic with some of the animations. There's animators out there that you can watch cartoons. You can find baby videos for your nephews, or maybe it's for your baby or something like that. You can find so much knowledge on YouTube. This is a place where you get knowledge, and I believe wisdom, and that's one of my things I love to watch is wisdom and knowing things will get better, and having that as a reminder, just and also having some laugh moments with some of these YouTubers. Like you'll see them, and they're in a world where they make a mistake and they love it, and then you can see them, they hate it, like what the, they'll really get mad, but it's like you get to see that personality through someone else, and it's like I have the same emotions. So
watching this product behind a bunch of producers and writers, you're watching just a person speak directly into a camera, and I think that's the beauty of it. I also think that's why so many YouTubers come and go. They forget about this part, and that's fine. It's not like everything has to be super personal and everything has to be so up.
Oh, I love you guys so much. You're my family.
YouTube is a hobby and a job at the same time, which can be really hard to balance. I think a lot of people don't realize this, but you get to set your own hours. You get to set your own pace.
And you see, right now what I'm doing, I'm working. Now I figured out my schedule. It's like 5 days a week. Unless they need me an extra day, then I will. But right now I'm working 5 days a week. I am doing this on the side, like I'm constantly thinking about it, and I also got some other things done today that I needed to get done, like figuring out my phone, figuring out my bike, trying to get that sold. And next, after I get done with this video, I will be probably doing some cleaning in my room and in the kitchen, and maybe making some dinner at the same time. But let's continue with the video.
Basically means you'll be working 24/7. Like, it's really hard to turn off YouTube in your brain. I'm always checking videos. How are they doing? I'm always checking stats. I'm always checking comments. What are people saying? What are people thinking? And it's really hard to turn off. It's not like a 9-to-5 job. You go in, you do your job. Okay, now I'm done. Ooh,
I mean, it's a social media app. That's kind of what I'm already doing. Like, I'll go in and check my Facebook and say, oh, hey, I got notification from this. I got this many likes. Let me go check how many likes I got. Go through the likes and say, oh, okay, this person. And then I try to have whenever someone comments, I do try to have a conversation with them. I wouldn't say I have a conversation every time I post. But that's something I want to work on and getting better and making it a full-time job, like doing YouTube. I think it would be a very nice experience in this world.
Can relax. I really struggle a lot with this and just trying to shut my brain off and okay, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing that. And that's why I really enjoy having an office, because I can do my work here, and then once I'm back home, I can just relax.
Yeah, no office. Bedroom right now. Hopefully, one day.
I guess my advice here is to try and separate it. I treat YouTube with a lot of respect, because I feel so lucky to be in the situation that I am. I think a lot of YouTubers take YouTube very casually. I'll just upload a video. I need some money, I'll upload a video. Maybe I'm a little naive for saying that, but I always get the question, what happens if you miss a day, Felix? What's the big deal? Who's gonna care? It's okay, you don't...
Obviously, you would care. I would care. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to upload every day and trying to see how consistent I can be, because I had hobbies in the past where, like with dancing, I was a dancer. I danced for about 4 years, and then I did bowling for about 2 years, and now I am on my grind with YouTube. And actually, no, I want to take that back. I did bowling and bowling and side work with my detailing career that I was trying to start up, but I can do it. It's a lot of work, especially when you're having to pull things out, put it back in. It's not really like you don't have a dedicated spot to it. It's like you're working where you live, and that's how I felt whenever I was working out of my car. Basically, I would always have piles and piles of work stuff in my car, and it got to the point where I was like, I don't want to have all this stuff in my car constantly, because it was, let's be honest, it was pretty gross. But yeah, I wanted to get into a new hobby, and I want this to be my new hobby, something that I can go to. And now it's not like I danced every day, and it's not like I bowled every day, and nothing like that. But this is something I can do 10 minutes out of the day. And I would, when it came to dancing, dancing, bowling, and work, I would end up averaging probably about 4 hours. Let's just say 4 hours. I could consistently be doing work, dancing, and bowling. So, and I'm trying to make this to where I could spend about like an hour a day, maybe even longer, because like he said, like you can spend 24/7 on this, because you're always trying to come up with a new idea. You're always trying to come up with a new topic to talk about. You're trying to keep an audience engaged and all this jazz. So
I don't have to upload all the time, but it's like I set the schedule for me. I know I can do it. It is my job to do it still. I have to do it, okay? I see YouTube as it's not gonna last forever, but I might as well make the most of it. Meanwhile, every YouTuber has a lifespan. Market yourself. Most YouTubers that you are watching got a helping hand to get where they are. Maybe they don't admit it. Maybe I'm just wrong. Most YouTubers had some helping hand. Maybe their videos were posted on a website, you know, that thought, okay, this is a cool video. Maybe you got trending on Reddit, you know. Maybe your family member was a YouTuber, or maybe a friend of you of that person was a YouTuber, and they helped them. Getting that helping hand on YouTube, it's not essential, but it makes YouTube easy mode pretty much. The hardest part of YouTube is to establish your very first audience. If you can get that for free from someone else, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's the best. But I see a lot of misunderstanding of this as well, because for example, I did the shoutout competition in the past, and for example, Jack was one of them, Ken was one of them, and a lot of people look at them and be like, oh, you got a shoutout from PewDiePie. Oh, that's so bullshit. If I had one, I would be big. Fuck you. No, that's not how it works. A shoutout can only get you so far. It gets you that base audience maybe, but they're not gonna stay unless you're worthwhile staying to.
Now also you can do, I think he's about to talk to us actually, but you can market yourself, and like I could market myself by posting on Snapchat, posting it on Facebook, Twitter, making pages, messaging friends. There's different ways you can, excuse me, there's different ways that you can get out there. You have to do it. You have to make the time and effort to do it. No one else is going to do it for you but yourself. And one of my sayings that I am been going on for the past 2 weeks or week now is if you don't start now, you never start at all. If you don't start now, you'll never start at all. And that is very big, I believe, because I always had this mentality of like, oh, I'm going to do it now, but guess what? I don't do it. So, yep.
They're not going to care about watching any more videos unless you upload videos that people care about. You don't need a shout out, and a shout out isn't necessarily going to help you unless your content is interesting. That's just how it is. You see people all the time in my comment section marketing their own YouTube channel. I find it very disrespectful to do that. It annoys the hell out of me because it's basically just ignoring what I worked on and basically just saying, hey, look at me. I do think you should market yourself somehow if you really care about growing your channel. Now, I don't know what the best method is, but everyone has a secret, I'm sure, of how they try to get their channel out there. Maybe something they're ashamed of that they wouldn't admit. I think most...
And when it comes to like posting this, usually people will, I haven't done it, but I think that they don't want to share it because they don't want to put it on their feed. It just doesn't fit their personality. So it's like you have to reach an audience to where you reach out to their personality and be able to actually connect and them wanting to connect with others through your content. I believe that's how you become successful with YouTube.
YouTubers have it. I, for example, used to find commenters on videos similar to mine, and I would write a private message to them being like, hey, I see that you enjoyed this channel, maybe you will enjoy mine. I know, extremely embarrassing, extremely pathetic, but I used to do it. At least it's not intrusive on someone else's work, okay? So I recommend marketing yourself somehow. I just don't and it's nothing shameful about doing it, but don't be fucking obnoxious and disrespectful doing it. That's my point with that. Next up is don't fucking trust anyone. Growing my channel on YouTube, I've come across so many toxic people that just want your audience, your subscribers. They don't give a shit about you. They'll lie to you. They'll try and manipulate you. I think one of my best skills as a human being is to cut out toxic people. I have very little tolerance for people in general, and if I find them to be abusive or disrespectful, I have no problem with cutting out these people in my life. I know some people really struggle with this, and I think as a YouTuber, you're just really gonna have to be cut and dry with people. It's just how it is. Networks. You may have heard of networks a lot. I'm technically signed up with a network still, but I'm not planning to stay with a network. YouTube wouldn't sign with gaming channels. You could not monetize your videos if you were a gaming channel back in the day. It was the worst thing I think that could possibly happen to the gaming community on YouTube, because essentially networks got so much power because we were obligated to sign with them. So basically, as a gamer, you would get these insanely bad deals with networks where they would give you half of your revenue and give you essentially nothing back. Networks still take a huge portion of your revenue if you're a small YouTuber. I still get a lot of people asking me, hey, I'm a YouTuber, should I sign up to the network? I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Or do they increase my CPM, blah, blah, blah. Most likely, they don't. From my experience, they don't sell ads on your videos. Think about most network, they have like what, thousands of channels in them. Why would they care about your channel? You know, how are they going to focus on all these channels? It just doesn't make any sense. I would not recommend signing with a network if I was a smaller YouTuber these days. That being said, networks definitely help me to a certain degree. But I think as a smaller channel, it's completely useless. They're just gonna take a portion of your revenue and give you nothing back. You're not obligated to sign with a network anymore. So I would recommend against if you're a smaller channel. Which brings me to my next point, get a lawyer. Don't sign anything without a professional overlooking what you're doing. I signed contracts that led me into month-long processes of trying to get out of those contracts. It's a lot cheaper to have a lawyer look over the contract and knowing exactly what you're getting yourself into than afterwards get a lawyer to try and get you out of this situation. Get a lawyer and get an accountant if you're making money off YouTube, and do it early. I think setting those two things up earlier is better than later. I realize this is a lot of information, but I think I saw this as a sort of me talking to myself in the past, and the sort of stuff that I learned through this years of making videos on YouTube. And I try to keep it as actual advice and constructive as possible. But I would like to finish with, make YouTube with the right intention. I see so many people wanting to make YouTube videos because they want to get famous. They want to make money.
And that, I totally agree. You don't need to be doing it for that reason. You should, and like I've been saying it, I've been trying to do this for myself and my self-confidence, and with public speaking, and with just talking to others, because I do have like I'll freeze, and I'm trying to get out of this freeze that I get into in mid-sentence type deal. And I believe that's really one of the big reasons why I want to do this channel. I want to be able to also affect other people in a positive way, nothing ever negative, and just being here for y'all and talking to you is what makes me want to do this. So
which is all great stuff, and YouTube really is an amazing place for that. But make YouTube videos because you enjoy making them. If you don't enjoy making them, you're not gonna keep making them. You're just gonna fall off at some point, and you're gonna get frustrated that it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to be. If you make videos that you enjoy making it, then you can't lose. It doesn't matter if you don't get a lot of subscribers. Like, I was equally happy when I had a couple hundred subscribers. I thought that was equally fun just to have some people watching them. If you make videos that you enjoy making, other people will enjoy watching them. I really, really strongly believe in that. So if you're not enjoying making videos, then don't make videos. I hope this was helpful. I'm not sure, to be honest, if it was. But I hope it was interesting at least. I don't know. Here you go. I did the video finally. Leave a like, my sister fisters, and stay fistering.
alright, so that was it, and go back to this scene. So there you have it, guys, and just, you know, if you ever want to think about getting into YouTube or anything like that, I believe you should do it more for yourself than you should do it for others, or do it for the money, do it for the fame, because I'm not getting famous off of 5 people, okay? I am just being me, and if they want to pop in and say hey, if they want to whatever, like, that's what I'm here for. But I'm gonna end this video like I did the last video, or I'm gonna end this video with the boom boom pow for y'all, your family, your grandma. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for other videos, just leave them down in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out, helps build the channel, helps build us all together in our journey. So I'll see you later. Peace.